Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. So now I'm going to finally actually properly review the new venture that they added. If you're wondering why I didn't do this in my last video, well, here's a glimpse of what happened last time.
Score one for the mortals.
The demon is no more.
Yeah, pretty wild. So before we get into this though, I want to say a huge thank you to Ketchiyama. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to get any of this gameplay. He basically did it all for me because I tried reloading the save, uninstalling the game, reinstalling the game, and it was still broken. So without him, I literally couldn't have made this video, so I appreciate you, Ketch. Anyway though, let's get into it. So being honest, the new venture is actually quite fun when it works. Essentially, you meet a ghost, you pick up this really cool gun, and you try and shoot the ghost out of the people it sort of transfers between. So you'll have this ghost entity that will land on an enemy, you'll kill the enemy, the ghost will fly up, you'll have a certain period of time where you can damage the ghost before it flies back into another enemy, and you have to repeat the cycle. It's pretty fun. A lot of the time, you also get a lot of funny dialogue lines that are really cool to enjoy.
You OD'd from blowing cocaine up your ass, didn't you?
It's called boofing. Everyone was doing it.
And honestly, the humor in this is somehow better than a majority of the game. Quite weird to say that, I know. The gameplay is actually quite unique though. It kind of takes parts of, like, say, the Horde mode from Saints Row 3 and then incorporates something just totally different. It's done actually quite well, and I'm not trying to suck off the game. Again, mine was still broken when I tried to play it, but it is fun, I do have to admit. You get a couple cool things too. The best thing in my opinion is the sort of weird effect you can put on your character that makes you look like a ghost. I guess it'll kind of fit the more spooky theme we can have going into October, especially when those Halloween cosmetics drop. These ventures, they pop up all over the map from different locations. You've got the central island, to the desert, to even the graveyards. Honestly, it's pretty nice to have a nice variety of locations, and it really does kind of have you going all across the map. The house you actually enter, the hotel, is actually quite nice too. It's a lovely furnished interior, and even though I got early access to it, it still blows me away by how actually well detailed it is. It's got some really cool sound effects too. Good job, Goat. The mod itself, honestly, just isn't that bad. Again, don't get me wrong, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's pretty fun. I'd say hop on if you have the game and give it a go. Not going to spend any more than like half an hour playing this, but sure, you can hop on and have a decent bit of fun. It's not the worst thing to hop on and get into, I guess. Is it life-changing? Is it the best thing Volition's ever created ever? Definitely not, but that by no means means it's a throwaway. It's still pretty damn decent. I'd recommend playing it. I mean, again, not for long, it's going to be like a half an hour once and done thing, but I mean, it's still pretty fun. Adds a bit of variety to the gameplay. Which kind of brings me into the second topic for the video. I kind of wish Volition would have been doing this the entire time. Why didn't they just introduce seasonal events for the past year of Saints Row? It kind of is a no-brainer in my opinion. They could have had Christmas events getting people to hop on for the festive season. They could have had Easter events instead of some lame cosmetics, maybe going like an Easter egg hunt around the map. That would actually be really cool. There you go, free idea, you can use their Volition. And I mean, there's way more, sure. And then, of course, you still got like the Ghost for October and stuff. So yeah, you could have definitely scattered some of these throughout the year and kind of had people recurringly coming back on your game. It's actually a good way to get people back on the game if you have kind of seasonal events, because all the people who are feeling festive or in a seasonal sort of mood will hop on to play through them. I know I would. And honestly, without like sucking off the game too much, I do think it genuinely adds a little bit to the product. I mean, the idea that you can hop on and have something that kind of correlates with IRL time periods is pretty nice. Hell, if you wanted to do something really smart, you could do something kind of like Animal Crossing, where it's a limited time season event and you have to be on at that specific time to play it. For example, you could have the Ghost event only be available from September and October, you could have the Christmas event be November and December, and you could have the Easter event be whenever Easter is, etc, etc. You get the point. The point I'm making is you could have people kind of hopping on at different points throughout the year looking forward to playing it, maybe even have some limited time cosmetics. It can't be that hard to whip up just a couple cosmetics to give people, to kind of show that they logged on and played the game and enjoyed it. On top of that, giving people a reason to hop on and have some of the more rare collectibles because they played at a specific time. It's small things like that that would keep people coming back to the game and playing. And honestly, if playtime is your overall goal, which I imagine it is, because it's a lot easier to sell things to the player if they're actively playing the game, you should be doing things like this. Like, I see no reason for why you wouldn't want to do this. And in fact, since Deep Silver is keeping the IP, I wouldn't blame them if they just got another team to quickly add a few things every year. It's what I would do, at least. Kind of weird, though, to think that this will be the Reboot's final update. This is it now. There's nothing else coming to the game. There's a couple cosmetics, but like when it comes to updates and actually adding content, not just cosmetics, this is it. It's crazy to think that it's been a whole year already, and now that like we're fully moving away from Saints Row, it's all just kind of in the past now. I'm sure this wasn't a happy time for many players, but for me, I mean, it was the start of my channel, now to the end. It's kind of just crazy to think about the journey we've been on as players, going through this sort of traumatic experience. All jokes aside, it's just been such a crazy year. And, you know, I feel like if they'd have just spiced things up with having a couple things here and there, especially in that really long wait period between the game releasing and the DLC, people would have been a lot happier, truthfully. Cosmetics are cool and stuff, but like, if you can get people actually on and playing something fresh every couple months, that's something that will keep people, well, playing. And that's what you really want at the end of the day. You want people playing your games, because it's a lot easier to sell people things with the games if they're playing, as I said. So yeah, overall, the Ghost event, it's not half bad. Do I think you should hop on and play it? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the game, and there is genuinely a couple lines of dialogue that I think will make you laugh. It's genuinely a pretty enjoyable little mini side mode, and ironically, it sounds really stupid, but the dialogue for this weird ghost hunting mode seems to fit the Saints Row tone so much more than the actual story. Quite crazy to think that. Maybe they're learning from their mistakes and trying to change things towards the end, or maybe we just got lucky. Either way, don't get me wrong, it's nothing great. It's not game changing, it's not going to make this game your game of the year, but it's fun. And I think that that's kind of all we can hope for these days. Is the mode fun? Yes. Was mine unbelievably buggy? God, yes. But yeah, it's not half bad, and I do genuinely recommend you kind of give it a go. I mean, what have you got to lose? Anyway though, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you watching the videos. I know I've been getting a ton of support recently from you guys, and I just really appreciate that. Anyway, catch you all later. Oh, and also, I kind of hate to add this onto the end here, but I thought I might as well tell you all about it. I recently set up memberships for the channel, meaning that you can basically support the channel in new ways. You know, you can get like early access to videos, exclusive streams, etc, etc. There's plenty of different perks for different price points as well. I just thought it'd be a cool way to kind of support the channel and get something out of it. I've tried to make it so there's things I can actually deliver on that you guys might actually want. So if you want to go check those out, I'd really appreciate that. They're brand new, and you get a couple of emojis, badges, etc, etc. I thought, you know, I do so much shilling, I might as well shill for myself for a minute. All jokes aside though, if you want to check those out, you can click the join button thingy and just kind of take a look at it. And if you like it, let me know. If you dislike it, let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. I know that Saints Row content is well, it's hardly the most watched content in the world, so I definitely appreciate you checking out my videos in specific. As I said just a minute ago, the support of my channel has been absolutely unreal, and I cannot thank you all enough. These are certainly weird times we live in during the Saints Row community, but hopefully you've been enjoying the content nonetheless, and I hope I can bring more videos on the way to you all. But now that I've finally stopped waffling, I'll let you go and have a good day. Thank you all again so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and yeah, take care everyone. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck.